somehow I became known as the guy.
Bill Ty is the guy in Silicon Valley who's a kiteboarder who loves to VC. He's a partner at venture capital firm Charles River, who's introduced more than 100 entrepreneurs to a sport, which on average costs at least $2,600 to first hit the water, including kite, board, harness, helmet, and introductory lessons.
There is definitely a natural attraction. I think one of the things that has contributed to the growth of the sport, at least in the Silicon Valley area, is that the personality types are very similar. So I've spent decades, running around with sort of the water sports people and younger tech people. And their minds are very, very similar. Their aggressiveness, their willingness to take risk, kind of a little bit of addiction to adrenaline and, wanting to push it here or there. And, they'll do things not really knowing what's going to happen, but they do it anyway. And if it doesn't kill them, they learn.
Seems to me entrepreneurs are risk takers, and there's a little bit of risk and thrill in kiteboarding.
Right, you go out, you sail, you try tricks, you crash many of them, but occasionally you do the right thing, and it's just it's a fantastic thrill and completes your life.
Someone once told me he thought the reason it was all entrepreneurs and VCs was because wind is very elusive, that you need to be able to make your own schedule to be able to chase the wind and still have a career.
Once I found kiting, my whole life changed. I became a PASA certified instructor, and it's just, you can always keep pushing yourself. You never really hit that plateau when it comes to kiting.
With growing excitement for kiteboarding in the Valley and dozens of techies gathering each week at their favorite spots around San Francisco Bay, Ty teamed up with one of the best female kiteboarders in the world, Susie Mai, to start the Mai Tai kiteboarding boot camp in 2002.
It started as a windsurfing trip for me more than 10 years ago.
Since then, Mai Tai has grown to nearly 80 select technology entrepreneurs and professional kiteboarders from around the world.
There's sort of a mutual attraction where I think those guys like and respect the business capabilities and the minds that come on this trip, and these guys see these sort of super athletes in the same way, and there's kind of a mutual respect where everybody wants to learn from each other.
If you're a professional athlete, I mean, at some point in the game you need to, you need to make a career and or have a business or be associated with a business. And if you're let's say a banker or an entrepreneur, at some point you got to recreate, And so this is the ideal scenario where you get these two people together, and it's a nice little back scratching deal.
The annual Mai Tai event is 50% kiteboarding and 50% networking.
And just the networking aspect, just meeting people randomly and getting to know them as people first, and then finding out later that they're an entrepreneur. It just winds up, you make a much tighter bond with those people.
You'll just be talking to some guy, you're just cool kiter, you don't realize what they've actually done, and you start talking to them about the business, and it's incredible to hear like what they've done and how they just are stoked to go ride with me.
In Maui, I'm Kim McNicholas on the Forbes.com Video Network.
I think you're hooked.
I am hooked.